Well,
All right. Hello and welcome again to another exciting edition of the Pittsburgh Steelers Show on the SteelerFury.com podcast. I'm your host, Will Massasak, also known as Bradshaw to Ben and Accidental Zen on Twitter. And I just say that stuff without even thinking about it these days. It's like only been since 2008. Joining me is right now Jeremy Coleman. How are you, Jeremy?
doing good, sir.
He's
Doing
also known
good.
as Jeremy Coleman.
Yeah, ready to get some studs on day 2 here.
We're trying. Yeah, we
Gonna try
lost.
anyway.
It's a good thing we weren't waiting for 53 to get a wide receiver because Denzel Boston and Ted Hurst are the first two picks off tonight.
Good thing we didn't wait then. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
shall share.
very good about Cooper in round 1, even more now.
Yeah, that definitely makes it feel like more, more real. But that's a Ted Hurst at 35, baby. So if you
It
want him,
wouldn't surprise me if that's where he goes in real life too.
yeah,
I think there's so much hype right now just because of how good he is with the ball.
So anyway, I laid it out like this. I was like, if it were me and I were by myself, I'd be like, guard, nickel corner, maybe even BPA, which could be defensive tackle here. Bud Clark at the 76, which puts him, I think he's probably going to go, between 85 and 99, but I would just rather be safe about that unless there's somebody we just desperately have to take, we could move him down a slot. And then it looks like that's the tail end of the tackles is 385. And then it was like whichever guard or nickel that we don't take up here, we could take here. And then quarterback or another wide receiver in this section. And then it's sort of like, flip a coin, play people that you might like, guys that I like, you like,
Mm-hmm.
a linebacker, Jack Kelly or something in there, or
Yeah.
one of the others. Several linebackers I think that would be good, if not necessarily like replacing Patrick Queen year one. So anyway, and then you gave me your list. Here, let me copy it into here.
Yeah, it was kind of just a quick, if these guys are at these spots, it's going to be hard for us to overlook them type of list.
Yeah,
Day
and
3
actually
was kind of scattershot, but
something I realized also was that the Steelers actually they had Taylor Green in for a visit, which I did not realize.
they did.
Yeah, that surprised me. Doesn't it surprise you?
A little, only just because I mean, I think they're looking at like a day 3 pick at QB.
Yeah, but I guess it's sort of like it surprises me that it surprises me that I should have put that all in one thing. Hang on a second. It surprises me that they're that interested in so copy this again. They're that interested in Taylor Green. He's 50. So, he might make it. If he makes it, I think we're picking him, right?
I'm pretty surprised if we didn't.
I mean, I guess I would say the other one would be Anthony Hill to think about.
I mean, I think I would much rather take a guard that I know can come in and
Just
probably start day 1.
Yeah. Rutledge. If not Rutledge,
So we were talking about this, before we got on people, but I'd be okay trading DK if we took Chris Brazzell here.
yeah, well, I just don't know. It wasn't that, he didn't express interest in DK, the guy who was interested in players. But yeah, that's the thing. I would do that. I mean, if you knew you didn't have a hole, it's a lot easier to think about trading him. But
Right.
I think that's a next year move for the Steelers. I think you're going to have a year where he doesn't really. If he has another year that's similar to what he did last year, it's not going to happen. I mean, he can't be your starting X if he's not more productive than he was last year. And I just feel like the offense is going to come to a grinding halt while you figure out ways to get him the ball, which is not how it should be.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 before us. So we kind of think it's Rutledge,
Yeah.
And if not Rutledge, do we gonna, Anthony Hill? We're gonna trade down. Like, what's the next thing? Kilgore probably. He might make it to our next pick. He might not.
Maybe.
Oh, Keontae Scott. Sorry, shit.
Yeah, I was very saying Keontae Scott would be
2, right?
Yeah, I was very saying it'd be Rutledge and then Scott for me.
Okay, so I'd say Rutledge and Scott, and then the only question is, which comes next, Anthony Hill or a trade down?
I mean, I don't know. I think Anthony Hill, could be very, very good. Pro Bowl type linebacker, just with his overall level of play, speed, all that. He does have to get a little bit better in coverage. So like he might be a 2-down guy initially. Because he does have some work to do in coverage.
I thought that he was a better coverage linebacker than he was asked to do more, where he really dropped into space and worked backwards compared to most college linebackers that don't do that.
And there was the other guy I was going to say, Caleb Banks just went. It was very, so he would have been, might have been my third, like, can't pass on.
All right. So there's 3 possible to go. The thing about Kilgore is, I think you could trade down and get either Kilgore or Stukes or somebody that's comparable for a nickel. But let's hope Rutledge makes it. If Rutledge, I'll put it to you this way: if either Rutledge or Scott makes it, I'm going to be pretty pleased. But how do you feel about that, Keontae Scott? Is that okay with you?
Oh, I love Keontae Scott. I was on him when people weren't talking about him, like during the season. It was just like, why is no one talking about Keontae Scott? So I am totally he's definitely our guy. Pittsburgh likes investing in the offensive lines under, Kahn and Weidel. I'm good with that. It's a philosophy that's actually worked pretty well here recently. I'm good with continuing that. I would say this though, if we start to hear chatter about someone wanting to move down and Scott falls a little farther or something
we could.
That's when I'd be willing to roll the dice on.
Well, we have the ammo to move up if we really wanted to.
Right.
We have a second person interested in trading up to our pick. But I kind of feel like we're going to get either Rutledge or Scott, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't really entertain any offers.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, we're going to get one of our guys.
Yeah.
Well, we've been sniped before.
Yeah. Believe it or not, in this same position last year.
Yeah. To get Keontae Scott, I think we got to move up a little bit, but maybe we don't have to move up 20 picks. Maybe we have to move up from 85 to maybe 60.
Well, what about moving up from 76?
I'm sorry, that's what I mean. From 76 to maybe 60 or something. I have to look at this. Can you look at the sorry, I got a whole ambulance fire truck thing outside. Can you look up the Rich Hill chart and see what it says for 73 and one of our 4th round picks?
Let's see here.
While I anxiously await this.
Okay, 76 is worth 210.
Okay, I'm writing it down here. Just tell me what our 2 4s are worth.
121 is 52.
135
is 38.5.
Okay, so and then what? Oh, this must be not the Rich Hill chart. This is the other one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Rich Hill chart's definitely better.
Okay, hold on. What's that one called? Rich?
We got Rutledge.
What?
We got Rutledge.
Oh, I thought you meant they took Rutledge.
No. I'm saying yes. I said sweet.
Lovely.
Before I put this in there, can you? Yeah, let's work out the trade deal and see how much. We
Yeah.
have to
And what's the name of the shirt?
draft? Oh, here, you know what? Now I can do it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's the Draft Tech.
Oh, that's what I'm on. Draft Tech.
Yeah, but you have to select Rich Hill.
Oh,
Rich Hill trade value model is different. So Pittsburgh has
gotcha.
I
didn't realize that
this
was
is worth 61. Pittsburgh has this one's worth 61 points, and then 24 and 17. So 121 and 76 gets you 85. That only gets you to sort of like a pick 61. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might be able to get to 60 with those two. That to me would be the
okay.
would be the goal. I'd kind of rather not give that up, but if we felt like we had to, we have to.
We don't have to. We don't have to. It'd just be
yeah, but we should. I think we should think about it, and especially if Kilgore goes, or I think that to me the indicator is Pons. If Pons goes, then you're down to Scott and Kilgore in the guys that have been going consistently in the same range.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you should text Corey and tell him we got Rutledge.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Boom. And there you go, Pons. Yeah,
okay.
let's see what the numbers. What they say is that Keontae Scott's a 64th player on the board, and he is the highest he's gone recently is 44, which we already missed that, and the lowest you could see him going is 79. So yeah, I think we should just if he falls, I would say if he falls to that. We're within range with moving up with our third and fourth, that we should at least think about it. Maybe if you're in touch with Corey, you can ask him how he feels about that thought.
Yeah, I just said looking at going nickel quarterback, potentially trading up.
That also means, Bud Clark becomes a pick at 385.
Probably. Dunker off the board. Yeah, I mean, if Hill kept falling, that would be another
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I wish we had more, always wish we had more time to get together on our thoughts about these later players. Because yeah, I mean, the other thing is it's not even just Hill. There was another guy that I got turned on to late that would be really interesting. Is like if you guys had at least seen him for 5 minutes, and you could be like, yeah, maybe. But the thing is with Hill, if you're not drafting him because he's good in coverage, then there's Jaden Duggar, there's Shadrack Banks, there's Kelly. Like there's a lot of guys who can do something similar.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a question of like, if you're drafting him for coverage because he's really good in coverage, that was my impression. But maybe Deontay Lawson. I mean,
good player.
I mean, Deontay Lawson's is a hell of a solid pick, right?
Yeah, it would be.
Kyle Lewis gone, Gaulday gone. Yeah, so we're basically now, Hill is the only linebacker that was even remotely, close to the top.
Right.
That is still available. So yeah, I really liked him. I had him. I wasn't like running to the podium for him compared to Sonny Styles or what's his name? Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
But Anthony Hill is a smoother mover than Rodriguez, really. Pretty good player. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, why not?
You read my mind.
So this is,
what I think I love about Hill is that, yeah, he may not have the coverage chops yet, but he easily has the athletic ability to do it.
Yeah, he's he's big. You can see in this one, he's sort of flat-footed in zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes him an extra step to get there. But when he got there, he like fucking nailed the guy.
Right.
And so points for that. It's like just when you're about to give him a demerit for how he moves, then he like kills someone, right? So yeah, and I like that he hits people and they go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he's probably closer to what we have in Patrick Queen. That's sort of how I feel about him. But yeah, I love that he. I mean, he's a guys go backwards. You're not going to find that in every linebacker, even big ones. There's the blitz. See how he's got like really. Grayson Halton just went. Good 3-tech that we didn't want right now, so that's good. Yeah, he's sort of more of a choppy step.
Yeah.
I would say it's wasted motion running. He doesn't just like explode, glide, but he's fast enough. It's probably because he's big. Bigger guys don't ever look like they're moving that fast unless they're freaks. But you see here, this is dropping. Look at this from the beginning of the play.
Right.
Because this is dropping in coverage like what I was talking about. This to me is the rarer thing. So he's hanging out in zone, but he gets, instead of covering grass, he backs up into the area where receivers are. Like that's good feel for zone. So you watch him this year, you go,
Yeah, I was right to say this is going to be a great view of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the way he, there's nobody in front of you. That means there's somebody behind you. That's what I always tell people. And it's like, yeah, you're reading.
Well, he's
maybe
reading
a
the
step
QB's
slow to
eyes.
get there, but
Yeah.
good enough. Yeah, the downhill parts and making plays and tackles for loss, like that part, I can see. It's just that as you can even just tell from this tape, though, there aren't that many where he's going backwards in coverage. It wasn't asked to do that a ton. Same with Gold Day. Gold Day is like some of the same stuff as Hill, but then more blitz, more more downhill, edge rushing, more actual pass rushing instead of blitzing, like on the edge. But see, like
that's such an athletic play.
Yeah, this is like, and he gets out to the flat and gets off of his guy. Oh no, that is his guy, but still played the ball instead of worried about his guy getting behind him. So yeah, maybe that's maybe that's really what we should be thinking about doing.
He's a really trait, linebacker.
Right,
he's
so
got a lot of what we like.
Okay, so let's pause that for a second.
Are you at him?
Yeah, no, but I just meant I think I have him here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's expected to go later. He's 129th player on the board. The highest he's been picked is 89.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think there's definitely room there. Let me clean this board up a little bit while you pay attention there.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Corey know Hill went to the Dirty Birds.
Okay, Kilgore is not gone yet, though, right?
No.
No, it was Stukes that went, right?
Yeah, it was Stukes that's gone.
Yeah, freaking Kilgore, another really good choice for nickel. He's still there. Did Brazel go?
No, he's still there.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Chris Bell is gone. Pons is gone. Dukes is gone.
Dukes is gone.
Okay.
Lewis is gone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, to me, it's like if we somehow we miss on all of those linebackers, both those linebackers. I mean, if we miss on Lawson, then I think we're going to start looking at like Tayshawn Barham or the Jack Kelly's worlds, right? So
yeah, later round guys, yeah.
Hulsey's a strong safety, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like barely 6 feet tall. Tell you what, he's a rock solid player though. Like he is built extremely well and is pretty damn good in coverage.
I don't know. What do you think about that? lineup. Am I missing somebody from your list? Let me see what you had.
Dennis Sutton just went.
Nice.
I really like him. I think he's going to be a really good pro.
Thanks, but we're going to tell them that we're zeroed in now. How many picks to go? 1, 2 before us, right?
Yeah, Panthers and Packers,
We
and then
got
us.
Clark. We are now zeroing in on Lawson because right now he's the second linebacker left on the best available board or the consensus board, period. We're thinking about nickels that we can get later. Have some good names to discuss with you when you can. And in a minute, we'll start thinking about what to do with pick 99, exclamation point. As long as you're cool with all that. All right, let's go back to our plans. Best laid plans. All right, so I was thinking about getting Bud Clark, a tackle, and a nickel, guard, tackle, nickel, and offensive line. Remember, that's what I was like we should get. But we're talking about getting a linebacker instead, which is fine. And we're talking about a tackle later. Right?
Yeah.
Talking about nickel later, and we got our guard. So this pick is a little bit up for grabs for BPA. Maybe we should just like see who's there.
I agree. I mean, that's kind of fun to having this many picks, you know?
Exactly. Where's the fun in having 7 picks? I think I had 5 one year. It was just the worst.
Oh my God.
Let's see. I traded, that was the year I traded somebody that got traded. Like I made a trade during the draft and everybody was like, that's such bullshit. And then he got traded for the same later. Oh, it was
funny.
I think it was, well, I know I traded Faneca and he retired like a month after that.
Oh.
And then I traded who's the guy I traded? I just had a feeling that they were going to move him or whatever, and so I traded him anyway. And that was one of the years I had no picks.
And we are now officially on the clock.
Could play 5 positions. We were picking Deontay Lawson, right?
Yep.
Did I spell that right?
I think it's Dontae.
Yeah, Dontae. I'm really happy about that pick. Actually, it's because it's also a very Steelers pick.
Lawson, yeah, bigger school with production.
Well, high multiples. 4 or 5 star recruit.
Right.
Played in the SEC. Veteran starter, captain.
Yeah.
It's like he has everything. They don't give a shit about your workout or what other teams think of you or anything else. They're just like fucking wild, run to the podium.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm guessing here is we're still going to think about Kilgore if he's available at 99, or are we going to just add him to a mixture of people? What do you think? I don't know. I get the impression that you like him, but maybe not that much more than other people.
No, I like him. Don't get me wrong. I just really felt like there's a bunch of nickels in this draft. So, but we're at the point where we're at BPA. We've gotten our linebacker, we've gotten our guard, we've gotten our wide receiver, and we've got a safety too.
So wait,
we feel like we've hit our.
We didn't get a defensive tackle, right?
Huh?
We didn't get a defensive tackle, right?
No, but we knew once the first 4 or 5 were gone that we were going to wait.
Yeah. I do like. I know he was a big tester and everybody's like into him because of that. But Jordan Vanderberg from Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch him at all?
Yeah, I did. He's a good player.
I thought him and McClellan like would be the cats, but that feels fourth roundy to me.
Yeah, he's a little Chris Hokish, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that to me is I like it. Like
Oh yeah, I mean
he
that's
made a
great
ton of
for a backup
plays. He
tackle.
was very difficult. He got off blocks. That's the thing I would say about him. And Capehart is like another big dude, that does some of the same stuff. Chris McCollum's more of a penetrator, but I get the feeling that those three names should be in our mix. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to think who would be. Well, let's look at the main list and see who's available. And I guess I'm going to ask you for now 24 hours later. 24 hours later, and knowing that the Steelers met with Taylor Green, you feeling any more like we should be thinking about Taylor Green? I would say next pick.
Yeah, I was very safe. If we want to go swing for the fences with one of our fourth round picks, it's not like the worst thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's one of the two fourths would be the pick to use on him.
Caleb Tiernan just went the Northwestern guy, so
Yeah, that guy's actually, for all the crap we gave him about not having any wide receivers, he's having a good draft. The guys he picked are good.
yeah.
It's just like he picked those two defensive guys, and now wide receiver, traded up for a wide receiver, and took one of my favorite tackle prospects. So that's all right. And the other thing about Tiernan is he could play guard too. So if you're just looking for the best five, he's a good guy. All right. So did Abney go? I missed that one. If he did,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went.
yeah, there he is. I see him. Abney's gone. So Jude Bowery right now is my number one remaining on the board.
Yeah.
I know you like him, but do you agree with Corey that he's pretty much left tackle only?
I mean, if we're looking for a swing tackle, I mean, I'm sure he can play some right tackle if needed. If you can play left, you can play right.
I mean, do you like him at 99 more than Tiernan in like the sixth round?
The who in the sixth round?
Tiernan, the guy we were just looking at from Wisconsin. Like, in other words,
Oh, Malman.
Oh, Malman. I'm sorry. When I say Tierman, I'm looking at Tiernan's name.
No, I don't. I wouldn't say I like him a lot more than Malman. No.
Yeah, we're just saying for the value, maybe I like him a little bit more, but maybe not that much more. Yeah. Caleb Douglas. Wow, that is early for.
Wow, that is early.
It feels very early. Laurie Ramsey's gone. Jeremy Bernard. Oh boy, Jeremy. Somebody took LT Overton. Oh boy. Oh, I see. That was an admin pick. That's why. That's cold. That's cold blooded.
Okay.
The admin pick was LTO.
It's crazy how they have the same name now. Obviously, he was like, he got Omar. And I was like, you like, I was on board with Omar.
It's like you're reading our thoughts,
No,
because
it's
that's
funny.
what we were just saying. Okay. All right. No more picks for tonight. In fact, now I realize we still have 7 picks to go. We've only picked 5.
I know, it's crazy. Like, but Pittsburgh like never has this many picks. Never.
Oh my God. All right. So far, in the first round, pick 21, we picked wide receiver Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana. Their second pick 53 in the second round, a guard, Kalen Rutledge from Georgia Tech. Third round pick, 76 pick in the third round, safety Bud Clark from Texas Christian. Second third round pick at 85, linebacker Deontay Lawson from Alabama. And at the end of the third round, pick 99, picked quarterback Taylon Green, Arkansas. Tell us what you think about this process, and what do you think about the picks, and what do you think about the process?
Well, uh, giving them my boy Omar at pick 21. We felt like we needed to get our playmaker there just because we weren't sure about how far receivers were going to fall. And then sure enough, Ted Hurst goes like the second pick. There are 2 wide receivers go off the board back to back at like the top of the second. So feel really good about making sure we got a guy there that can catch the ball and make plays, which seems like our biggest problem when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, and then getting a guard in round 2, I think we got the guy we actually really liked. Kalen Rutledge out of Georgia Tech. Really kind of fits the overall theme of our offensive line right now. It's just, we're going to punch you in the face, and whether it's in pass pro or the run game, and Rutledge is very, very good in the run game. So hopefully, a guy like him could come in and compete for left guard right away. Can fall back on Spencer Anderson if we want to, but I know none of us really want to do that. And then it felt like we got a lot of solid players in round 3, especially with our 2 defensive picks. Deontay Lawson, linebacker from Alabama, former 5-star guy, good athlete. Probably never lived up to the billing, but still a very good player. What sold us on him was he drops really well in the coverage, which we don't really feel like we have linebackers that can do that and defend the run. Like, it's one or the other, but he kind of feels like we can do both with. Bud Clark is someone Will and I have been on for like several years now. It's like I remember watching highlights of him like 2 years ago and thinking, yeah, this is going to be a good player. And when he was playing strong safety, and then played more free this year at TCU. So it was just like, shows versatility, playmaker, make plays on the ball. Like, go look him up if you haven't before. He's a good player. And then, Taylon Green, I'll be the first to say it or whatever. He's got some stuff to work on, but the things that you can't coach, he has. Phenomenal athlete, good arm, actually makes some incredible plays when on the move, which is really enticing or whatever. Like, he looks like a taller, kind of Lamar Jackson type of player. It's like he's at his best when he's on the move. He makes some incredible throws. He's got a cannon. His biggest challenge will just be, sitting in the pocket, diagnosing defenses, staying accurate, which is an even harder challenge when you get to the NFL. The college windows for throws are so much wider with the wide side of the field than the small boundary side of the field. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how he does. But an incredibly talented guy. And we were really in love with anyone.
Incredibly talented guy. This is where I come in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking about me? No.
Yeah, sure. No, I was talking about your boy Taylon. Just, we didn't really love anyone at 99. So it's like, why not go get a guy that we're all on board with?
Yeah.
Oh,
And also I
I
just
mentioned, I'm the type of guy where it's like the only quarterbacks I'm drafting are in round one, make sure he's a franchise guy. The other philosophy is let's throw a few darts. I mean, he's got incredible dart qualities.
well, also I think also the way the quarterbacks are evaluated for the draft is quite different now than it was 10 years ago or 15 years ago.
Oh, sure.
And to me he's Randall Cunningham. Like Randall Cunningham's college career was a lot like Taylor Green's. Yes, in that era they didn't move around from schools or anything, but in terms of like, he had a lot of highlight plays, was inconsistent, struggled to like keep the starting job. Like so many things about it are similar in style, but the difference is that Cunningham landed with a staff that was like full of legendary offensive coaches, and they took that guy and were like, we can make you into not just a good quarterback, but like a great quarterback. And so I feel like that's the difference. Will that could that happen in Pittsburgh? I don't know if it's really necessarily a situation where he could succeed with that, but I do think he's never really had the situation like when Cam Ward went to Miami. He was surrounded by at least pretty good talent. Maybe not as good as they had this year, but you know, he had that was the best team he had been on. And his play showed it. It turned him into a number one pick because of how he played when he was on a good team. And I'm not sure Taylor Green's ever been on a good team really. Like that.
Has he been at Arkansas his entire career?
No, he was at Boise State before that.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
And yeah, so it's like at Boise State, when he was his first year playing there, I think he was a sophomore. He had like, an 80-yard run and a 75-yard, touchdown throw in just like spot starts, just like showing once in a while they put him in the game and then he would like do something spectacular. And so it kind of looked like the sky was the limit. But if you're just never that coach was not a really big fan of his. They actually chose Maddox, the quarterback that they played with the last couple of years, who I don't think is I mean, okay, as a college quarterback, sure, he can he's consistent and can win you some games, but that is not a great quarterback. And the coach for the coach to make that decision, I feel like it was a really sort of like lazy choice. You made the choice to take the safer player instead of the more spectacular player. I felt like when they made the playoff last year, if they had had Taylor Green as their quarterback, they at least had a puncher's chance to win that game. With Maddox, they didn't have a clue. Any, no chance whatsoever. So could Taylor Green look significantly better on a good team? Maybe. Bobby Petrino has a real record with quarterbacks. Now there's a guy that's like, not clueless about developing quarterbacks or whatever. And he said that Taylor Green was the guy that he wanted to come in the portal. And that, when he had him there, he felt like there was nothing that he couldn't do. And there was nothing he couldn't learn. And there's nothing that he couldn't improve on. Like that. In other words, he gave him the highest, he was just basically like, look, I coached Lamar Jackson and he's different than Lamar Jackson, but he's, in terms of the development, part of his development, it's similar. Maybe he's a little bit ahead of Lamar Jackson in a way. So
Sure.
I feel like that's pretty good. You're laughing at me. I mean, it's like, okay, it's not necessarily Lamar Jackson, but it's like I would say if it like Randall Cunningham is the thing. Like I said, I don't know, did you catch the tail end of his career? It's still before you, right?
No.
He was like the first, like, tall, dual threat quarterback, but who wasn't just a runner. He was like he was a really good passer and played for an offensive team that believed in passing the football. And so it was like this extra element. His running was an extra element to go with that. He was like a taller, better, it's the dude that took Philly to the Super Bowl and threw up on the field.
Threw up on the field.
Yeah.
Nick Foles?
No, the quarterback, Donovan McNabb. So he's like a taller, more athletic Donovan McNabb people have said Kaepernick. Sort of. I think he's he's better in both as a passer and as a runner. So I don't know. I just feel like you're just betting. You're just saying, hey, we're betting on traits, and as Mike Tomlin used to say, if you're really good with your feet as a young quarterback, at least it buys you some extra time to learn how to play the position, which I actually think is one of the wiser things that he ever said. Because if you can't move around in the pocket a little bit and get out and threaten teams by running, because just the mere fact that he can run the way he does, there'll be one less guy in coverage or one less guy in the pass rush, because you always got to, and the pass rushers are going to be concerned about contain rather than going after him. So anyway, that should sign off. I could do this all night. It's actually fun,
Right.
but we probably have a little bit of time tomorrow to do it as well. So
How long do you picks take tomorrow?
short.
As Murray say, you would think, I know we're,
Yeah, 2 minutes, I think it's supposed to be. So
oh, wow, we'll fly through that.
yeah. So it's kind of like and no, like it's hard to do it in 2 minutes, but that's still
Mhm.
we're still it says to expect 10:42.
Gotcha.
I would guess that's probably pretty correct. But yeah, we'll look at some of the we looked at a couple of D-line guys, but we'll look at tight ends and Vanderberg. We'll look at some other stuff tomorrow. I'm sorry, I would go on longer, but I think I'm cooked.
Oh, dude, I'm good, man. I'm ready to go to bed too. I'm still recovering.
But well, listen, we'll stop the share. Listen, for all of you who was interested in what the war room was like for us and are going to see some of this, we appreciate you. Shout out to Corey Karboski, who wasn't with us today on the show, but was with us over text and talking over strategy, and also to Jeremy Coleman, my friend, who's I lost my nameplate again, man. What is up with that? Hang on. It's so wrong. Yeah, this happened. This happened once before when we were doing this, where when it was like when I shared it like that, for some reason it didn't work for me. There we go.
There you go.
Anyway, okay. Um, thanks again to all of you who joined us either for the live broadcast or the highlights version of our war room on night 2. I think we did pretty good with our players we selected, and still got another day tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. live on Saturday. So we're going for it. On behalf of Corey Korbowski, who was with us on the texts and calls tonight to try to go over some things and strategize with us. And also, of course, Jeremy Coleman has been with me all the way. Shout out to you guys. And I'm Will Massasak, Bradshaw to Ben, sometimes known as Accidentals, and on Twitter right now known as Holy Cow, I'm tired. But more draft to come. We got 7 more picks tomorrow. Holy cow.
Crazy.
Good night. Go get them, Steelers. Talk to you soon.